wondered what it's like to live in a different country? Picture yourself walking outside and the heat from the sun almost suffocates you. Rather than sidewalks in suburbia, you see endless desert. You hear the natives speaking different language with a harsh tone like you're walking on gravel. You taste citrus flavors of fatouche and smell freshly made naan bread. These are the scenes of Abu Dhabi, a country that 6 years ago I was lucky enough to call my home. Abu Dhabi is located in the United Arab Emirates in the UAE, and it is accompanied by 6 other different emirates that include Ajman, Dubai, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Sharjah, and Amal Quwain. Abu Dhabi is the capital of the UAE, and it gained its independence in December of 1971, meaning it has only been a country for about 44 years. Weather in Abu Dhabi is a lot different from here in America. In the hottest months, the temperatures average above 113 degrees Fahrenheit. The coldest it ever gets is about 60 or 70 degrees. It usually rains once a year, and the average rainfall in the coastal area is 4.7 inches. However, recently it rained and it was flooding some buildings. When I first found out about Abu Dhabi, I was 7 years old, and my dad told me that his company was moving him there for a 2-year project. At first, I was very upset to leave all my friends and family, but the more I found out about Abu Dhabi, the more excited I got. When we boarded the plane, little did we know that we would be staying there for 4 years. It was quite an adjustment moving. The first big thing was the heat. It was scorching, especially compared to our mild Maryland summers. The second thing was the time difference. Abu Dhabi is 8 hours ahead of our time, so it was 2 p.m. here and it's 10 p.m. there. We were exhausted and dealing with major jet lag. My brother Zach and I soon started school at Al Yasmina, a British international school located in Khalifa City, Ed. Getting used to all the accents was at times difficult, yet so intriguing. The hardest thing for us was learning to use the metric system since we were so young. Our school is very, very big. In each grade, there was about 150 students. My homeroom class while I was there varied between 35 to 40 students. Classes are very similar to those in the US. We had English, language, math, science, history, and computer. 2 languages are taught in year 3 and up, Arabic always being one and French being the second until year 6. Then there is an option for which language you would like to take as well as Arabic. Arabic was taken every day of the week and was one of my favorite classes while I was there. The Arabic language is quite difficult to learn at first. The letters are very different from English characters, and you write from right to left rather than left to right. I was in the advanced class because Arabic, for some unknown reason, came naturally to me. I picked up the accent quickly, but it definitely requires a different technique of speaking. It is a lot more based in the throat than we are used to. For example, words with KH are pronounced more like louder than ka, like Khalifa. Some Arabic words were used on a day-to-day basis, even in English class. Repeat these words after me. Khalas. Yalla.
Yalla.
You just said hurry up or stop or finish, kind of depends. I cannot express to you how often those words were used, and if you didn't know them, then you were really in trouble. Every day when we came into class, our teacher would say, Salaam alaikum, and we would reply, Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To be honest with you, most of my peers didn't really know what we were saying. In most schools in Abu Dhabi, there are a large variety of after-school sports, which even include rugby, sailing, and netball, which is similar to basketball, except there's a hoop without a basket, and once you have the ball in your hands, you're not allowed to move. Athletics are a very important part of life in the UAE, but it is mostly influenced by expats, short for expatriate or someone who doesn't live in their native country. The group of expats in Abu Dhabi are mostly made up of Australians and the British. There are a very small percentage of Americans there, and most of the Americans we knew worked for the company my dad worked for. Islam is the main religion in Abu Dhabi. There were certain things we had to do to respect the religion. We had to dress in non-revealing clothing. This means nothing too tight and no tank tops, unless you were going to the beach or pool. People who follow the Islamic religion also wear a special kind of dress. Women wear abayas and men wear dish dashes. While we were there, the prince had a tailor fit my dad for a dish dash that we still have, and here is Michael sporting it. you do a spin for us, Michael?
Very cool.
Thank you, Michael. Every day, the mosque would call prayer several times a day. When there was a call to prayer, people would have to stop what they were doing and pray. In most public buildings, there were prayer rooms. Because of the Islamic religion in Abu Dhabi, dogs are not accepted. This excludes a type of dog called a Saluki, the first breed of dog to be recorded in a royal Egyptian dog. Unfortunately, these dogs were often mistreated and roamed the streets. Our family was lucky enough to rescue 2 of these dogs. Sammy, the first Saluki we took in, I found in our driveway. We took him into our yard, he ran right in our house and never came out. The other dog, Buddy, was rescued by the vet, but there was not enough space to keep him in the kennel, so we offered to foster him for a few nights. While he was staying with us, he escaped from our yard and we searched all over for him. When we eventually found him, we decided we'd never let him get away again. Today, Sammy and Buddy are very happy. When we came back from Abu Dhabi, they came on the plane with us. We were able to do many fun activities within this new country. Because we really didn't have anyone to visit, we mainly went to school and then to the pool. For us, it was the Abu Dhabi Golf Club. This is where one of the European Golf Tour courses are. There are a lot of other fun things to do as well. You could go to Ferrari World, where the fastest roller coaster in the world is currently. You could go to Dubai, where there are indoor ski resort in the mall, and an entire town called Kazania, created for kids where they could go and work like adults, but in a fun way. You could also take an elevator up the tallest building in the world. Travel is something that is so important to the culture in Abu Dhabi. While being there, I got to go to some amazing places. I went to London, Paris 3 times, the French Alps twice where I learned to snowboard, Finland and Switzerland. I also traveled to a lot of the Middle Eastern countries. I saw political protests in Beirut, Lebanon. I floated in the Dead Sea in Jordan, where the salt picked you up to make you feel weightless. I sailed by boat to Cervantes Island, and where I saw exotic animals roam freely. I saw things that some people can't even imagine. I saw the Northern Lights in Finland, and New Year's in Paris, London, and Switzerland. I even saw a camel roaming the desert, which never seemed to end. Unfortunately, I also saw some sobering scenes. I saw extreme poverty, with people living in labor camps that consisted of dozens of small, crowded tents, housing 3 or more people each. And yet, I also saw extreme wealth. People living in lavish, gigantic houses and never having to do a thing. This huge discrepancy in wealth really made me appreciate the more balanced middle class we have here in America. The experience I had in Abu Dhabi was something that really shaped who I am today. It helped me be outgoing and be able to easily adapt to different situations. Living in Abu Dhabi really made me change my perspective of the world. I now know to appreciate the things I have because I could have a lot less. I learned to embrace different cultures and that people could live in harmony if we just tried to accept others' views and open our minds to new opinions. I am so fortunate to have been able to see the diversity in such a profound way, and I am extremely lucky to have been able to live in Abu Dhabi, and I look forward to returning again.
Does anyone have any questions for Abby?
Did you enjoy Abu Dhabi or America better?
It's apples and oranges. I can't really say.
Are you still in touch with any of your friends from Abu Dhabi?
I am actually going to England to visit my best friend from there in May
Why is Abu Dhabi the richest country in the world?
because of the amount of oil they have there.
Miss Ernest, how hard was it to leave your grandmother when you went to Abu Dhabi?
Oh, it was just so